Hi, I'm Dan Raywood. Welcome to IT Security Guru. Now, it's been a while since I've done a video straight to camera because we've been moving a lot of our videos, interviews we did at Info Security Europe. And hopefully you've been enjoying them all because I certainly enjoyed making them. There's a couple more still to come on, so do look out for those. Now, with this return to the office, to this padded cell as it's been described, I thought it would be interesting to look at some of the interesting stories that have been going around today. It's Wednesday the 21st of May, and well, what better to return from to talk about that big issue, that is the skills shortage. Now today a story came out from Gizmodo which shed a new light in the challenge for filling the skills shortage and filling those positions, because James Comey, an FBI director, stood up in front of an audience and said one of the big problems they're having with hiring people is that few people like to engage in things that aren't exactly legal. In this case it was smoking the weed, the Sweet Mary Jane, the draw, you name it, all those names that LEG can come up for it. Now, of course, the big problem they've got is if you engage with illegal activity and then try to do something like work for the FBI, you're a bit of a cross purpose. I'll reference Elliot Ness from The Untouchables, said, some of you like to have a drink. I asked not to do that anymore. Well, did Elliot Ness trust of all of his men to actually uphold the law? Probably, yes, but this was a long time ago during Prohibition, so we're at a changing time in drug laws now. Both Washington and Colorado now permit the use of marijuana, as do of course Amsterdam in Europe. So how do you get around that? Do you think, well, we short these people are very skilled, they do something we're not particularly fond of, so do we turn a blind eye, or do we say, no, you can't do that? Well, it's a very tricky situation to figure out. Comey actually also said that some of the people they were meeting were actually smoking weed on the way to the interview. Yeah, that's quite tricky actually. How do you sort of stop people kind of turning up in a frame of mind that isn't exactly conducive to a proper job interview? Well, that comes down to the candidate, I'm sure. Those of you who had a cup of coffee on the way to an interview, yeah, okay, it gets your brain ticking a little bit, especially if you've got an early morning interview, you know, maybe everyone's got a different way of dealing with these things. Putting something else a bit more of a downer, I'm not sure if that's the best idea. But I've just got off a call this morning with the National Crime Agency. This week they got involved with the Cybersecurity Challenge. You can read an interview with one of their people from the National Crime Agency, I'm not sure if he can be named at this point, in an article that's going to be going on IT Security Guru this week. And what's interesting there is that they are obviously using this as a method of trying to not only promote themselves but also, you know, probably try and recruit the next stage of skilled professionals to try and fill their positions. We've seen big stories about people like the MOD trying to do big hiring of skilled hackers and things like that, of white hats, and you know, obviously coming up against the challenge of where are these people coming from. Now, if the people are there but they perhaps their attention is otherwise swayed, shall we say, then you've obviously got to make that challenge now, in the same way we've had conversations in the past about should you hire black hats, should you hire a stoner? I don't know. But what I would say, sometimes you've got to take a life a little bit easier. So for IT Security Guru, I'm Dan Raywood.